Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. And you can see Nasdaq futures are now going towards neutral zone from the sell zone. Yesterday, we had a nice pump in the morning right at the market open because of NVIDIA. Came to nice time to short near second standard deviation, then dumped right from there to the neutral zone. And now we are between sell zone and neutral zone. Now, if we go above 23,095 and up, and you can take a screenshot of this level, this is a good time to exit or look to short. And inversely, if we go below 22,892, that's a good time to buy. All right, so that's where we are hanging around right now. S&P 500, very same story. You can see above 6315, time to sell. You can see yesterday also went to the sell zone, came back to neutral zone. So again, it can come back to 62.92. Good time to buy will be below 62.69. And Bitcoin is same story, cooling off near the sell zone. Look to buy below 109,898. All right, that's what we are looking for. And in terms of SPY and SPX, I want to show you there are some gaps or which are not full. SPX, there's a gap at the top, gap at the bottom. We are right now in the middle, so both gaps will fill. This is S&P 500, same story here, right now in the middle. A gap at the top 625 and gap at the bottom 620. So it could be a very choppy session. It could go fill this gap and then come back to fill the bottom gap, or they can go lower first and then go lower, then go higher for later. So let's see. If they go lower from where we are right now, Apple needs to sell off, and that's about 0.45% downside. And on MES, if we go 0.4%, 0.45% downside, that's going to be perfectly lining up with going buying in the buys on here. Okay, so everything lines up perfectly there. So keep an eye on that. So let's look at daily chart, guys. Please hit the like button while I'm going through this. Only takes 1 second to hit the thumbs up button. So this is the SPX chart. If I go to 1 hour chart, you can see, like I said, there's a gap down, and that gap is still not fully filled, and also there's a gap up. So we're right now in the middle. On a daily chart, we did get a 9 count sell signal a couple of days ago, but then we recovered. So now there's a gap, small gap at the top, but just be mindful that we are way away from a green line, which is 10 moving average. So they could bring it back or even go to 20 moving average. So time and time, you can see we do come back to 20 moving average. So a 20 moving average test will be around 60.99. So that will be really healthy pullback. On SPY, that would be around 608, and that will be a very nice pullback before we go higher in a bull market. And in terms of NDX, very same story. A pullback to 21,895 will be very good. That's about 533.21. So keep an eye on that while they're going through this bull trend. Bitcoin looks like it's testing previous highs. You can see here previous high. So it looks like it wants to hold this green line, looking very solid. So bouncing off that. I do see divergence. You can see we made equal high and with lower momentum on RSI. So be a bit careful here, guys. So what that means is you can see on a daily chart, lower momentum on PP and RSI. So just be a bit careful. We're going high. Just want to quickly check NASDAQ. NASDAQ also started making some lower high momentums. And then S&P 500 also, I don't see any big divergence. Yeah, there is a divergence from here. NASDAQ, there is a divergence from here, previous low. So anyhow, buy the dip basically. And then in terms of gaps, Bitcoin has a gap all the way down to 97K. I don't know if we're gonna get that now or later on. We'll keep an eye. Tesla is up pre-market above. It needs to close above 300. So getting a 7-8 count SPY signal last 2 days. I told my subscribers this is a good time to buy, and then now it was struggling to close above blue line, and today morning they're trying to close above that. So they're very smart. They're just going to do a gap up, and then probably it's heading higher towards that gap fill around 314.49. So could be a very solid trade. Apple again struggling below this blue line, which is 200 EMA, just flagging. So maybe a couple of days, and then it's going to eventually break out. It looks like that's what they're planning. Yesterday, Nvidia hit a new all-time high, 4 trillion market cap. Extremely overbought. So with divergences are happening, so a cool down would be very healthy for Nvidia, but I don't know when that's going to happen. But you can see all the gaps it's leaving behind. So be careful. In terms of commodities, US oil again cooling down a bit, coming back to buy zone. That will be good area to buy. Natural gas had a bearish day yesterday and could be coming all the way down to this gap fill 2.78. So keep in mind. Gold also recovering after touching this yellow line. Let's see if it's going to break down here and go below 32.52 or it's going to continue higher. We'll keep an eye. Sugar looking like it's from building a bottom. Dollar going higher. Still finding resistance on this white line, 20 moving average. Needs to break out of that. AMD is up 4%. Not sure what the news is, but again, making a new high. Even if it makes a new high, it's going to be a divergent high. So, but again, there's also a gap around 165, so it could be heading there too. Shopify also was solid. UNH also just building bottom and taking a lot of time. Maybe it's going to wait until earnings before next major move. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Last one, I would say CNQ also holding near 200 moving averages, and Enbridge had a also coming near some nice support here on 200 moving average. Could be a good buy here. And VIX is going lower, still not getting any count signal to buy. So let's see if it's going to bounce or it's going to fail. We'll keep an eye. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Hit the like button on your way out. And if you want to join my channel and want to know more about these zones and levels, for example, Tesla now going towards already sell zone. So you should be looking to take profit. Subscribe. There's a bottom left join button in the description of this video. And let me know user ID and I will add you and you can make a lot of money. And a lot of people are making money there. Okay, guys, bye.